Shane,
Okay, we are recording.
Shane's Finnegan.
Yep. Alrighty, so... Alright, so... Claudette awoke first in the morning and woke everyone up for the day. First on the agenda was to open the sarcophagus, which paid off by putting the 4 items in the brazier and lighting them on fire. A silver flame caught on, and the party was able to push off the lid. Mummy sat up and started talking to y'all immediately. Finnegan cast a divine sense on the creature to determine that it was in fact an undead creature, but however, it was aligned with good motives, not evil ones. Party questioned the mummy a bit and found out that one must attune to the mirror in order for it to activate. The mummy continued to explain that the last year that it remembers being alive was over 100 years ago, which he was previously the leader of the Moon Elves, and that his name is Sunar. He knows of Oriel, but knows nothing of what has happened since he died. Claudette went to attune to the mirror, while the rest of the party came inside the tomb to try and warm up next to the freezing campfire. So we pick up from there.
And we went out and did and said it right. What are we waiting for? I forgot.
Sorry, one more time.
Okay, I know that she attuned to it, and that we came in. We're sitting inside the area where we normally camp. What were we waiting on? I forgot before we did anything.
When we left, she had went to attune herself to the mirror, and you guys sat down to start asking Sonar questions.
Okay, so we're ready as soon as she comes back and says I'm attuned. Gotcha. As long as the moon is.
I think I'll probably be the only one that'll be attuned to the mirror, though, out of character.
Correct.
Yes. You're the one. So, okay, when you come back, Illikin will have questions for you. Once I get the answers from the zombie.
Okay, so Opal, upon getting to know this magical mirror, you are pretty sure that you can ask it up to 7 questions monthly, as long as enough moonlight is shining on the full moon symbol on the moon dial. The mirror acts as a crystal ball would.
Do I notice it? Has it changed?
Hasn't changed. You kind of feel like this knowledge has come to you, and you feel like with that knowledge, you're tuned to it.
Will you take that other token off the board, please? I was just trying to get my player character sheet up. Or tell me how to take the token off the board.
Oh, yours or?
Yeah, I put a second token on the board. Up top.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Although, okay. There we go. So I'm just going to come out and look and see if there's any moonlight on the moon dial or if the sun's up, because I'm in this little thing and I have no idea what the light looks like.
It is technically still morning, but it is dark as it was at midnight.
Ilkin suggests that when he sees her go by and he asks, "Are you attuned to it yet?"
The moon dial has to have a certain amount of moonlight on it in order for the mirror to work.
Let's do that after we get questions set up then and finish finding out from and I say his name, but the zombie dude, uh, information from him, so we have a greater understanding of what we should ask. And OOC out of character, you probably won't have to ask, "Can you trust us?" Uh, for the insect dude anymore. For Bestola.
He's still here for the moment. But yeah.
Up until y'all rescued me, I knew nothing about you, so that question may still be viable in character.
Okay, well, just for the wasting of a question when somebody's not going to be there, it was like, eh. He asks those questions of the zombie.
Just a second. Opal, have you been um paying attention to the Discord discussion about Tim?
Yes, slightly.
Okay, so basically he's left all the games and the Discord server, and Sky can't get him to talk to him. And if anyone in the party would be able to get Tim to talk, it'd be Sky. So we're not sure what's going on. He's just kind of bailed on everything.
Yeah, I kind of got that over the phone.
Okay. Well, that's for everyone in case anyone wasn't sure what was going on. Sorry, Sky. Go ahead. I'll shut up now.
Yep. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. So were we asking Sonar these questions, or are we asking the mirror these questions?
Sonar.
Okay.
And before uh, Claudette went back to, I caught her and held her up before she went back to the mirror, so she should be with us.
Unless she ignored you and just went to the mirror anyways. Um. Okay. So what are the questions that you would like to ask?
Okay, the questions I had is I got to pull it up real quick.
Ask me a question, and I will give you an answer.
Questions for RL, and I can't really predict.
Oriel is the Frostmaiden. Sonar is the mummy.
Okay, so Lennar. So I did the wrong, but so what type of powers did RL have?
I thought we
I,
already determined that he really didn't know anything about this person.
I do not know Oriel, but as she is called the Frostmaiden, I would imagine that she would have some cold-based abilities.
Did you know, since generally a lot of gods that I've heard about have uh, altercations with? Did your god have an altercation with her? And if so, do you possibly know any of her weaknesses?
I know not what her weaknesses are. I am not sure why you are asking me this. It would be considered blasphemy in most realms to talk about killing one of the gods. What I can tell you is that as a deity of the cold, I would highly suggest if you were to ever try, do not bring cold damage against her. She's likely resistant or immune to cold, as that is her very nature.
Uh, Back when you were around, do you know of where her temple location would be? As yours, as his is, as your God's is here, her temple.
The god that I worshipped, the goddess that I worshipped, uh, has many temples all over the lands, as I would imagine Oriel has. The most prominent temple for Oriel that I knew of in my time was down in Luskan, below the spine of the world.
And then the last one, because I couldn't remember, is who do you pray to?
In life, I prayed to Ongaroth of the Seldarine. Most of our elven brethren would pray to Corlon. The moon elves, however, prayed to his consort. She goes by many names, but Angarath is the name that we know her by.
Okay, and that was all the questions I had back last 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. That at least I can remember. And then Claudette has questions from what I saw.
You'll look over at Claudette.
Did you have questions, Claudette, or did anybody else? He looks around the group.
My questions are for the mirror.
Okay, Scott S. Who's that?
That is me. Scott Shaver, the DM.
Okay, that well, I was reading down that the particle and I saw that, so I wanted to make sure.
Do y'all think we have to wait until nightfall, or since there's some light on the.
We I don't think we have to wait for the nightfall, but the reason why I held you up is so that we can have at least, because I know you get 7 questions, and I know you may have 3 or 4 that you have personally, but if we had the other questions available as well, we'd at least know where to go. You'd be able to ask those at the same time,
Gotcha.
and that's what Illiken answers.
So, you don't think we need to wait until nightfall? What about you, Nowhere? You think we need to wait until the moon actually hits it? Or do you think that this dark light will be enough?
Based off of, so there's a little light coming from the moon. Um, but it is, just shy of being a new moon. Because it's been like I think 4 days, 3 or 4 days, since the new moon hit, and you guys were in Bremen, with doing the Frostmaiden sacrifice stuff. Um, the but based off of the left and right symbols, the half moons to open the doors, you could assume pretty well that if you can maneuver the light enough to get enough of the light on the full moon symbol, that it would probably become active.
So, guys, like we did earlier, why don't we try to get the light on the full moon symbol so we can activate this mirror.
Do you already have the 7 questions?
I have some questions.
Okay.
Is Latham actually here, or
Yes, I'm here.
I just haven't heard your voice?
I've got nothing to say. Uh,
And Elkin borrows your scimitar.
Both of them, or just one of them?
Uh, both of them give the extra light, but he'll return it once it's all done.
I'll go ahead and help with this moon thing too, I guess.
While he's doing this, he's also paying attention to the zombie, as the zombie gets to watch what we do.
Mummy, not zombie.
Oh, mommy.
Totally different.
Okay, the mummy.
Okay. I'd say, eventually you get the weapons and shields and whatever else you have available to you enough to the right spot where the whole symbol lights up. And Opal sees kind of a pinkish, purplish, like sparkle galaxy type look to the mirror, and then it dissipates, and you feel like it's active.
Who's the Ice Queen?
You get nothing.
Oh, let me actually press the button when I'm asking the question. Do you know how I got to this forbidden place?
You get nothing.
Are you active?
You feel it's active, but you get nothing.
Where can I find the Ice Queen? I'm getting
One
nothing.
sec. Just 1 second.
The question is, as you ask, now this is OOC. After you ask these questions, do they count, or does he only count the ones that he can answer?
I may have to ask that as one of the questions.
I know OOCs now.
You get nothing.
I gaze upon the mirror intently, and I ask, where am I from?
Would you the knowledge isn't technically lost, it's just buried there. I would assume that we could do this. Would you want to fail your own save?
Would I want to fail my own save?
Yes. You can choose to do a wisdom savings throw or fail your wisdom saving throw.
I'm not very smart. But we'll try a wisdom saving throw.
Perfect. You failed. Awesome. Perfect. Awesome. We love this. So in the mirror, you see home. You recognize it. You don't really know that it's home in particular, but you look around and you're in a room and it looks really familiar.
Okay. Now I see how this works.
And as you're looking in the room, you feel like you have 6 questions left.
Why do I yearn for the taste of blood?
You get nothing.
Maybe you can only answer. Never mind. I'm
Oh,
not there.
what type of powers does the Frostmaiden Uriel have?
You get nothing.
How did I get this way?
Get nothing.
Have I asked do you know how I got to this forbidden place?
No, but when you do, you'll get nothing.
So basically, I got nothing about the Ice Queen or Uriel. I don't know where she can be found. I figured out where I'm from.
Kind of.
Seen a picture of it. Don't know why I yearn for the taste of blood. Why did I ask where I'm from twice? Okay, and I don't know how I got this way. I'm going to step out and ask them, is there any questions you guys would like me to ask?
What questions have you asked and uh, uh, gotten answers to? And which ones have you asked and not gotten answers to?
The only answer that the only answer that I have gotten is a picture of where I came from. And I feel I still have 6 questions left.
Uh,
I do not know who the Ice Queen is. I do not know where Uriel can be found. I don't know why I yearn for the taste of blood, and I don't know how I got this way. And I really don't know how I got to this forbidden place.
a question I would have is ask if it can only answer those questions that you already know the answer to.
And how do you think it would show me the answer?
I don't know if it talks to you, so that's why I'm like, okay, I wouldn't know, so that's why I was asking.
Anybody else?
Seems to me that questions you're asking will only be answered if that uh, information or uh, vision or something is already in your mind, subconscious probably. But I don't think this is really going to help much. It's, as Sky said, it's a crystal ball. It's uh, a guess at best.
The other question that Ilkon had for you to ask is uh, why did, and then he says the mummy's name, uh, why was he put into a place that he could be brought back to life from? Or, undead type thing.
So I go to the mirror and I ask about Sandhar and his. Why was Sandhar put in a position to be brought back to life?
And you get nothing.
Do you only answer questions that I know in the back of my mind?
You get nothing.
Come back out and I go, we still have 6 questions. So maybe if we think of something later, we can try to do something. In the meantime, let's take the moose head down to the town, turn it in, and try to find a bucket full of trouble we can get into.
Good with that.
Sounds like fun.
Sandhar, would you like us to put you back in your tomb?
I just got up.
Okay, we'll let you roam the world. Just be careful. Don't go near humans. They won't understand you.
Thank you kindly.
Did we just release the big bad onto the world?
What I'm wondering. Dracula can't come into your house until you offer him to come in, and that guy can't leave you until you release him. We're in trouble.
All right. So you're heading back to Lonelywood?
Correct, with the moose head. Looking for any survivors along the way. Do I have to roll something for that?
Who is leading the party back?
Arden seems to be in front.
Looks like me.
All right, give me 3 survival checks.
That's enough.
We said it late, but I was gonna say since we're with him, you'd think he get the added bonus because we'd be helping him along.
Nice try. Um, and then give me 2 more survival checks, Arden. Okay, so it takes you about 7 hours, but nothing happens. Um, but it takes you about 7 hours. It took you about 5 hours to get here. It took you about 7 hours because you thought you saw a nice landmark and it wasn't the one that you saw, and you got a little turned around. But eventually, you make it back to Lonelywood.
Are you saying we took that left turn at Albuquerque?
Something like that.
So
So
if it's 7 hours, what time was it when we left?
probably about 10. So um, be right about dinner time as you're walking in somewhere around this place.
Okay.
Go to the Lucky Liars or the one that for food. Illican suggests.
We could stop at the speaker's house and give her the moose head.
Oh yeah, good. Food second. Yeah.
I mean, just thinking it'd be nice if, she gives us a bounty, we'd have plenty of
Funds.
funds for the food and all the beer you're going to drink.
So let us go speak to Nimsy Huddle
All right, let's go talk to Nimsy.
and her 4 kids.
We knock on the door when we get there. Knock, knock, knock. Or ring the doorbell, whichever one is more appropriate.
Definitely no doorbells. Um, the door opens, and if you look down, there's a tiny little kid. Shouts, "Those people are back!"
I guess we made quite an impression last time. Can we speak to Nimsy?
Who's Nimsy?
Your mother.
Mom, they want to talk to you. He hustles out. Oh, goody, you're back. I was starting to wonder if you became victim to that angry moose. I was halfway expecting you lot to be back last night, but, with this winter we've had, and Icewind Dale's already a dangerous place. Plenty of people get lost in the snow in normal winters. The other hunting party made it back last night with no luck. What's the chances that you had some luck killing that vicious thing?
Would you like its head?
You brought its head?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Would love some more of your cookies.
Come in, come in, come in.
I'll shuffle in.
He'll bow down and walk in. Just go sideways through the door and then.
Have you ever seen? Shoot, I forgot the name of the show. Never mind. I'll think of it in a minute. Umbrella Academy.
Yep.
You remind me of the giant.
So, she gets you settled into the sitting room and heads into the kitchen and brings out 2 baskets of cookies. As promised, here's 2 baskets of cookies for killing it, and here's 100 gold that I promised you for the head and the deed.
Illican looks deep because I wasn't here the last time you guys talked to him.
Yes, the deed, as in doing the job.
Oh, okay.
No, this is the deed to the building. We didn't
Oh,
talk
the
about
happy
that.
Shamander, correct?
No, no, to the ugly knucklehead. We didn't talk about this. Ah, that must have been the other group then. No matter, you lot may as well take it, since the others didn't bring the head of the moose back, and you did. The deed is to the ugly knucklehead at the south end of town, up until a couple of years ago, when, well, anyways, it was always a small tavern. Didn't have the best of food, but when the Lucky Liar was full up on guests in the summers, back when that was a thing, people could at least get down to the knucklehead and get some grub. We've been storing some lumber in it, and most recently, so it'll probably need to be fixed up if you wish to either live in it or make it a tavern again or whatever you guys want to do. I'm sure you can find some people in the bigger towns to help you furnish it for the right cost. We don't really have much here that would help. Uh, I will have some of the loggers get the lumber out of there this afternoon for you. That was afternoon, sorry. Tomorrow morning for you.
That would be kind of you, Nimsy.
Nice
And
sleep tonight for free. I like it.
take a bite of the cookie and say, "They're as good as I remember. Thank you."
Celestine takes a good number of those cookies and tucks them away in little pouches and pockets on her clothing.
If nobody else wants a cookie, I'll just pick up the baskets.
He takes one cookie, but he'll
Go
have basket.
fast there.
I think I want a cookie or two.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, I'm gonna share with you all. I was just picking them up to take them with us so y'all could get some alcohol in your system.
It's always a good thing. He asked the speaker because he noticed that there's some issues. Do you have anything in town that helps with other than torches that helps with seeing in the night?
The general store might have a candle?
Are there any magic stores
Okay.
dealing with scrolls or, let's say, potions?
He looks at you very puzzled. Like, you might be lucky to find one in one of the bigger towns?
I understand, Nimsy. Thank you. So I make sure everybody has a cookie. And I look at them and I go, "Okay, you guys ready to go to the Lucky Liar, the Happy Shamander?"
Yes.
Rimshander.
Shrum Shander.
Oh, but Elkin looks at and says, "Do you have the key to the for tonight? When we're done, we can go and sleep there."
I just kind of look at you and I roll my eyes in the back of my head.
Were you asking that to Claudette or to Nimsy?
Nimsy.
It's unlocked. It's you know it's been, I mean, it's not in great shape, but it's, I mean, been a couple years. So
That's fine. I didn't want people to when we tried to get in when we're done drinking that would assume we're trying to break in because we don't have a key if it needed a key.
oh, it's full. It's filled with lumber. You don't want to sleep there tonight. Yeah, I've got plenty of rooms upstairs if you'd like to stay here.
I elbow Illiken and I whisper in his ear, "Let's try to stay somewhere that has a fire tonight."
It's cold, but okay.
Nimsy, do you have a curfew for us to come back? Because some of my compatriots might like the mead just a little much.
Sorry, one more time.
Nimsy, do you have a curfew for us to be back by? Because some of my compatriots might like the mead just a little much.
No, you can come and go as you please. Stairs are just to the left of where you came in. All the guest rooms are on the second floor.
All right, Nimsy, thank you. I'm gonna head up to the Lucky Liar, y'all.
Follows.
I'm taking the cookies with me so y'all will follow, like good, you know, friends.
Hey, give me back the hash cookies. Come on now.
Friends or puppies?
I wasn't gonna call them puppies. I was not going to offend them. Friends, come on, friends, let's go. Come on, let's follow the cookies.
Look behind us and
Here,
the kids
friends,
are
come on.
following. It's the
Uh,
cookie piper.
It's what I feel like. And so I walk into the Lucky Liar, and what do I see?
Tables. Few
Are they
people.
empty?
Yeah, there's plenty of tables. Plenty of open tables. There's probably it's probably, let's see here. There's 18 people in there.
Okay. We either find a table for 8 or put 2 table for 4s together.
Not a problem.
And I have a seat and wait for the waitress. Or barmaiden, or wench. Whatever they have here.
I join her at the table.
I'll kind of speak up and say, I think I'm gonna go look at this ugly knucklehead, see what I can make of
Take
it.
that.
I throw a couple of cookies your way to keep you warm.
Thank you. And then with that, I will exit and head back down to the ugly knucklehead, where I will start a large fire in front of it, kind of like a large bonfire, and set about working on those wolf hides for the evening.
Cool. All right, give me survival check on your wolf hides. So you manage fairly well.
Are you keeping track of my progress here, or am I keeping track, or what?
No idea. Let's have you.
What's that?
So let's have you do it.
Okay. Because I believe that's 2 successes.
Out of character, did you roll?
He. It was a whisper.
Oops, sorry.
You didn't have an icon to click on.
Didn't mean to whisper, didn't realize my thing was set to whisper. I can show you the roll in Discord if you give me 2 seconds here to
I,
clip it.
I just wanted to make sure I was still hooked up because nothing showed up, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
She got a 15.
Okay, fine.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. Okay, so we're sitting here. I'm waiting for a winch or barmaid or customer service representative.
The bar person comes over. Drink, food?
Both, please.
Yes.
And one to go, if you will, please.
Yes. What do you have in the way of food?
It's food.
So you take what you get. So I guess I'll take what I get, and uh, a mug of ale, please.
That's all anybody gets. Now that the now that they've been having problems with the mead, you get ale or water. That's it. So
Why have you been having problems with the mead?
something good mead makes all of our mead. Um, Speaker of the town was recently killed by a 9 foot tall giant. Rumor has it the giant stole their mead, so they were getting ready to ship it to us and ship it to the rest of the towns, and never came. And don't know what's going on down there.
Which town is that?
Good mead.
Good mead. Sounds like a place we might have to go visit, guys.
Next excursion, we sell it at our place.
Ah, that'd be good. We could share with the other bars in town, too. As the food arrives, I flip my coin at her.
Him.
Flip my coin at him. And say thank you. Giving a generous tip.
And I kind of give a weary eye toward the bowl in front of me and take a spoon and dip through it a couple of times just to see what I think it is. And it appears to be some sort of meat and uh, maybe a vegetable or two and some gravy. And I look up and I say, "Do you have some bread to go with this?"
He'll look back at you and say, "If we had a summer, you'd have some bread."
See? You wanted bread too.
What?
Ignore that. Sorry. It was not intended for the group.
What's funny is you're forgetting you're in the hall, so when you say it, we hear it over the speaker.
All right, so thank you very much. Is the to go portion delivered yet?
We don't usually let our stuff go, but yeah, if you can bring back our dishes later, that's fine.
I can do that. Thank you.
That'll end up being uh 2 silver per ale and 3 silver per food dish.
So that's 10 silver coming from me,
Five
plus
silver
tip.
to me.
Actually, I'll just throw you a gold piece.
Thank you kindly.
I pick up the to-go plate and I start walking towards the ugly duckling, whatever it is,
Knucklehead.
and ugly knucklehead and Celestine, trying to keep the food warm while I'm going. I get down there. I see that she's raised a barn fire. I hand her the food and I apologize if it's cold, but maybe the bonfire can warm it up.
Well, thank you. I wasn't expecting delivery, but I do appreciate it.
Illiken will follow just because he's got nothing better to do, and if they want to talk, that way we don't have to separate the group.
Well, you were part of the group that saved my life, so I feel that leaving you to starve in the cold probably is not a good thing.
Oh, I wasn't gonna starve, and I pull out a handful of cookies.
Yeah, but you can't survive off cookies alone. Didn't your mother ever tell you that? Besides, us girls should stick together.
My mother died when I was very young.
My mother died giving birth to me, I think. Wow. I think. Wow. I just kind of said that right off the top of my head. I don't really know if I know that or not. I think that's what happened.
You were most likely there, but I doubt if you remember much.
Since you're not with us, I'm not really going to answer unless you walk down to the ugly knucklehead with us.
No, actually, I'm sitting here in the Lucky Lyre. It's not hot in here by any means, but at least it's not freezing. Um, I look around at the other customers and um, sit quietly and listen. Maybe I'll hear something in the way of gossip that might help us.
Me a perception roll.
Since
I guess my eavesdropping skills aren't all that great.
You do hear one fisher pretty close to you that just, you know, talking with somebody, probably another fisher that's with him. Says, in Bremen, fishers are being terrorized by some monster that lives in Mayor Dualden. Strange that none of the other towns on that lake have been harangued by that monster.
Not anymore. We killed it, or we took care of that. Oh, I'm not there. Ignore me.
But I am there, and I say, well, that was just a rumor. Uh, there is a so called monster who lives in the lake there, but it's not a terrible monster, it's a sentient being, and it more than anything wants company. And when it comes up, if you talk to it, it'll talk back. And I know this sounds a little weird, but it's true, I swear. Barkeep, another ale, please.
He just kind of looks at you and kind of scoffs and like just incredulously. And goes back to making small talk with whoever he's sharing his table with.
And I'll just sit and listen.
Illiken, well, he's right here by the ugly knucklehead. We'll walk into the ugly knucklehead just to see what he can see. I know there's boards in there and everything, but we'll do some search.
It's tight. You can barely make out a bar at the back of the building, back of the room. There's a lot of lumber in there.
Okay, then he won't go in there because it's tight. He can't get in.
Yeah, your size, you'd be squishing between a bunch of, wood.
He walks back to the ladies and says, "So, what we gonna do with our property? What we going to sell?" No, actually, he doesn't. He goes. So, do you think we should go to the mead town to get alcohol for our tavern or our establishment?
You mean good meat? We'd heard earlier that they were having some trouble with giants, I believe it was.
Giants and giants.
Uh, I'm okay going to Goodmead. I'd like to finish this up for the evening, though. And she points back at the uh, wolf pelts that she's working on.
Okay, out of character. Who has the white pelt of the moose?
Finnegan.
Okay.
He's got enough for a cloak, and I've got the scraps that are left.
No, I was just making sure.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right, so where are me and Celestine right now?
You guys are still down at Ugly Knucklehead. Illiken just joined you a little bit ago. Opened the door to the Ugly Knucklehead, looked in, figured out that he couldn't get in because there's a lot of lumber in there, and closed the door and started talking to y'all. Not that you know this yet, but Nowhere tried his darndest to listen to the crowd of people in Lucky Liar, and all he could hear is something about a monster in Bremen, and he tried to set the guy straight, but the guy just kind of laughed it off.
Ah. And Celestine has managed to make provisions for.
Yes, I've tanned my wolf hides. Wolf pelts. Or will by the time the night is over.
All right. Are we going to go back to the speaker's house to sleep? Down on this side of the island, do we see any activity?
Not at this time of night. You probably see a couple people walking, shuffling down towards their home, but other than that, not really.
So looking at Celestine and Elican, I'm like, do you guys want to go get sleep?
Yeah, we should probably sleep somewhere warm for the evening, yes.
So I start to lead the way to the speaker's house. Maybe we should go up and check on them at the Lucky Liar. They might be getting happy.
He still falls.
Just to clarify, we did have a long rest before we came back here, right?
Yes.
That was a little over 12 hours ago.
Okay. Okay, let's go check on our friends and turn in for the evening then.
So we walk back up to the Lucky Liar. We walk in the door. We see nowhere. And Arden.
And Finnegan.
And
And Finnegan.
Finnegan. And Bestiola.
Huh. Yeah.
Has anybody said anything about Bestiola?
There have been a lot of dirty looks. A lot of dirty looks.
So I go and I put my hand on Nowhere's shoulder because, well, he's so big and say, don't you think maybe we should turn in for the night?
You did that too?
Nowhere.
Yeah, well, I've got a gold piece here, and I'm not finished drinking that up, so I'm going to stay a while.
What about
Barman, another ale, please.
what about you other three? Are you ready?
Bestiola's little pincers kind of move back and forth, and he'll look at you and he'll look at the food, whatever this is, and look back at you and kind of act confused.
I say in Undercommon, are you ready to go get some rest for the night?
You will say in Undercommon that he is good. He will burrow outside for the night.
All right. Arden, what about you?
Arden finishes up his stew and his ale and says, I'm ready to leave.
Celestine stay with Nowhere. Make sure he gets back okay.
Well, you're so busy sewing for the rest of the night. So I'm going to go ahead and head on to Nimsy's.
And
Oh,
barman, get my friend an ale.
the items and head pet head with back to the inn to sleep or to the room to sleep. So he remembers to turn in the bowl and everything.
Claudette, do you have another cookie?
Give it to him.
You better give Celestine one or two.
I think she has plenty.
Okay.
So, moving along with the cookie cart.
Just out of character, are we splitting the money that we received from the 100 gold from the speaker? I just want to make sure my numbers are right.
I didn't add anything to mine.
I didn't add anything to mine yet.
Neither did I.
Okay, so what is it? 100 divided by.
Consider it 6.
6, so it'd be 18 each, I believe. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah, it's
He's
well.
been drinking. Don't ask him.
Oh, butt out.
I
Uh,
guess it's 16 and 6 silver.
okay.
Alrighty, I've reconciled. No, I haven't.
Okay, 16 and 6.
How many gold makes a platinum?
10.
10.
Ask the barkeep quietly if they have any platinum pieces in the back. It's what I was afraid of. Tip another gold just for taking care of my friends. Have a good day.
Thank you kindly.
And I'm off to the speaker's house. When I get there, per Nimsey's instructions, I just enter, take the stairwell to the right, go up to the second floor, and I find a room.
You're going to find yourself lost because the stairway was to the left.
Thought she said it was to the right.
No, it was to the left. You get
Okay.
when you guys entered the house, you went to the right to get to the sitting room.
Okay, so I'll take the stairs to the left. Go up to the second floor, find a room.
You have no issues whatsoever. As you go up the stairs and walk down the hallway, there's about 10 rooms that have an open door and 2 rooms that don't. So pick your room and you're good.
First one that had an open door, I go in and close it.
They'll kind of follow and crunch, crunch, crunch. Get to where you can hear the creak of the boards as he's walking. Goes into the next room and lays down.
You do not fit on the bed. Your feet are hanging off.
He lays his bedding down on the floor. Goes on the floor then.
I sit in the room and stare at the wall.
Arden goes up the stairs, finds the first empty room, goes in, closes the door, puts his gear down, and lays down in bed.
I'm envisioning the picture that the mirror showed me of what home was. Or maybe is home. Or could have been home. Might have been home at one point. Maybe is where I'm from.
I wave the barkeep over. And
He will briskly walk over.
okay. Let's see. Barkeep, here's 2 gold. Please just keep the ale coming, and for my friend, if she wants more, and whatever's left is yours to keep. And
Certainly, sir.
uh, I don't even know how much I owe you right now, but this should take care of it. Let me know if you run out.
Yes, sir. Anything for you, sir.
Okay.
And you have
Well,
probably never had. Well, maybe you have, but um, you're getting really good service tonight.
that was the point. And with that, I turn to Celestine and say, how did your hides turn out?
I should get the job done.
What are you going to do with them?
Kind of looks down at your hands and says, I was thinking you needed some new gloves, first of all.
Well, that would be nice. My hands could certainly be warmer, but you don't have to do that.
It's the least I can do after what you and Khalid did for me.
Well, we did that because you asked, not because we expected you to owe us for the rest of our lives. I guess since you told Claudette that you were going to make sure that I get home, uh, you should probably decide when I've had enough.
How many have you had at this point?
I think 5.
Wow, okay. I think we should probably wrap it up. I imagine you're probably a little tipsy already.
What are you thinking? I'm slurring my words?
A bit, yeah.
Okay, well, whatever you think. I could probably sleep.
I pick up the last of my only cup of ale that I've drank and kind of tip it towards you nowhere and say to Khalid,
As you were walking out, give me a perception check.
I turn and wave to the barman and follow Celestine out.
As both of you are leaving, um, here's some drunk hoots in the back corner. Hear about that wizard, the cotton he's saving? Sentenced him to death. Rumor has it the evil shit killed some adventurers. Once the town gets enough dry wood, they're planning on sending him to meet his maker.
just to clarify, out of character that was East Haven and a wizard.
Yep.
Okay, we may need to go visit there before. Good meat. And just to clarify, that was a wizard killed a group of adventurers, and they're planning to put him to torch him. Is that
Yep.
right? Okay.
You do an excellent slurred speech.
You do an excellent, decoding that speech. I was over here. I was thinking they said lizard, like he was going to kill the lizard in the water.
Sky and I have had lots of conversations.
Somewhere in all my musings, I finally kind of nod off.
On your walk back, nowhere. Give me a Constitution check. All right. Y'all make it back nice and easily.
Yeah, I'm feeling no pain.
Pain comes tomorrow, but I was just checking if you puked it up all over the snow.
No, why waste good ale?
I love the vibration of the speaker when he says that. Get ale!
Probably didn't mix too well with the cookies.
Or the slop.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that was he called food, but didn't taste too bad. Just I don't really know what it was.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it was hot at least. And
When we get back to Nimsy's, I will help him up the stairs and make sure he's at least laying down in bed, take off his boots, and then go find my own room.
thank
Alright.
you. Good night.
Okay, so now what?
Y'all wake up. Get a nice good rest. Smell cooking from downstairs.
Almost smells like the cookies.
It probably smells a lot like the cookies, with some eggs and possibly some bacon.
I follow my nose. Literally.
She'll have, when you get downstairs, she'll have a nice big table set out with a nice big spread of cookies and a plate of some fried eggs and about a pound of bacon.
Be sure it's bacon and not moose brains.
Give me an intelligence, or give me a straight. Yeah, okay, that works. Medicine.
Sorry.
You're not really sure.
Okay, well, as long as it tastes good. I sit down and say, Nimsy, you really are quite the hostess.
And
Arden goes downstairs, sits down at the table, and gets himself some bacon and eggs and a few cookies.
Yeah, and I'll come down to and say, Nimsy, it sure smells good. Uh, what do we owe you for breakfast?
Oh, nothing, nothing, nothing. You're fine. You're. I figured since you guys probably stayed at the tavern, I figured you might want a nice hearty meal before you go out and uh see your place and go out and do whatever else you guys are gonna do.
Well, thank you. And I grab a plate and fork some eggs and bacon onto my plate, and then reach over and I said, just a couple of cookies. These are so good. And I sit back. And there's a picture there of, uh, I think it's buttermilk. Is this buttermilk?
We'll go with yes.
Okay, I pour some buttermilk and I'll have that with my eggs and bacon. And
I will follow suit, sit down, get some food. Um, I'll say, on the topic of things to do today, heard a little rumor last night that may be of interest. Apparently, there's a wizard in East Haven who, according to rumor, killed some adventurers, and the town is about ready to burn him at the stake. Um, is that something you guys would like to look into?
Sure.
There
Is
may
that
be.
on the way to the meet?
No, East Haven is not on the way to Goodmead.
He
It's.
thinks about it and says, we can go there first.
I'm thinking East Haven might have a time limit on it.
Let's do the save and then have time limit. Save somebody or kill somebody. Want to.
Sounds like something we can investigate.
yeah, didn't know we were going to have entertainment while we're here.
Nimsy will speak up and say, say that wizard. They've had him locked up for a while now. I don't know. I think more pertinent issue is getting the mead back to flowing. I have heard that there was something else going on down in East Haven as well, that they were looking for some adventurers for a job out there. Um, but that's just talk here and there between towns.
Nimsy, what happened to your voice?
I can't keep it up forever.
Nimsy, have the children eaten?
Yes, they were up bright and early. Speaking of bright and early, I've gotten the lumberers to clear out the house. It should be ready within the next 30 or 45 minutes for you. The
That was,
tavern, not the house. Tavern, yeah.
that was so kind of you. Thank you.
Well, Nimsy, you said there was a possible job in East Haven. Do you know of any other place around where there's could be some work for us?
There's always little bits and pieces here and there. Uh, things that come up. Anything from from clearing out spiders to fixing roofs, and there's plenty of stuff going on in the towns. Um, Adventuring stuff that you guys might be into. I haven't really heard. The big one that I've heard, the biggest one that I've heard is the giant that apparently stole the mead that was supposed to be coming to us. Mead's really good for the winter, and we've had winter now for 2 years, and keeping the mead supplied to all the towns is a big job.
Okay, the East Haven is sounding less and less urgent. Perhaps we should go back over to Goodmead first.
You said this giant stole the mead, and I thought I heard that the giant killed somebody too. Was that the person who makes the mead?
No, that was the speaker. That was the speaker of Good Mead. The person that's in my position, only for their town.
Were they good like you?
We're all good in one way or another. I don't really. I just deal with my town.
Okay. Do you know if the mead brewer is still in business?
From what I hear, they've stopped all uh, production.
That does
Whole
begin to sound like a crisis.
the whole town's a mess without their speaker.
Okay, maybe we should make our way over there first.
I think it sounds rather pressing. Hey, Nimsy, can you try to help us do something?
If it's in my power to do so, I will certainly try. You've done us a great service.
There's rumors going around about a sea monster. Can you try to smash him?
Oh, I've heard that rumor.
Yes, the sea monster near Bremen. We have addressed that issue. It's not actually a sea monster. It's a large lizard creature who does swim in the water, but it is friendly, and more than anything, it just wants to talk to people. So if people stop and talk to it while they're out there fishing, then not only might it help, but it is not going to attack anyone.
Well, I don't really get along with the speaker of Bremen, so
Well, just spread it around here in your town, and if you get a chance to spread it around other towns, that would be great. If you don't, then so be it.
okay, dear.
We just want to
last night.
avoid any mistakes. Avoid anyone getting hurt or hurting the creature, because that would not bode well for anyone.
Last night in the Lucky Liar, I heard uh, a couple of guys talking about this, and they were adamant that this was a monster that was dangerous and killing people. I tried to set the record straight, but they didn't listen to me. So maybe if it came from you, it would have more weight.
I'll have a talk with our fishers. Maybe they can look out for it, and if there is if there's a creature out there that is friendly, then maybe they can see for themselves, and that'll help them.
That would be awesome, Nimsy. We'll go see if we can kill a giant governor killer.
That would be much, much appreciated.
Okay, then I guess we head towards Goodmead.
All right, I'll go up and get my gear together and be right back down. You
Arnold
know,
will finish eating and thank Mimsy for the food and tell her it was delicious. Go upstairs and get his gear and come down again to get ready to go.
Milk gonna fall.
all right, as we head out the door, it's kind of a gloomy day, but I expound that doesn't it look like a great day? And stop on the porch and I draw in a huge breath of air.
It is frigid.
Yes, well, and it's just a glorious day. I haven't felt good in quite a while.
Let's stop by this tavern that we've acquired first and then head out of town.
Okay.
I follow along, double checking to make sure I have my scimitars with me. Checking, don't see them. I look at Illiken and go, "Could I have my scimitars, please?"
He would have given them to you when you were done. But yes,
Thank you.
Okay, I head back to the ugly knucklehead. And now that
Okay.
it's cleared out, kind of start looking around, seeing if there's anything of interest.
So when you get there, that is what you see. For you, it's just the normal one that says the ugly knucklehead.
It's kind of empty.
he asks. Since he knows that she's really good, he asks Claudette to check to see if anything was left, since she's got really good eyesight for finding things. Any hidden for the owner hiding his safe or something like that.
I look for safes, traps, um, vaults.
I will guidance her. Give her guidance.
Of
Is that
one.
perception or investigation?
Um, it'll be an investigation. Give me one per room, so three checks. All right. So in this room, there's not much. I mean, you can go behind the bar over here. There's some shelves behind the bar. Um, not much to see. Um, which room would you hit first down below? That room. Uh, yeah, there's a few silver in the corner. Um, not really much to look at. The wobbly looking um this is like a looks like a kitchen kind of thing. Um where probably they fixed their food for the tavern. Um kind of a mess. There's, uh not dead, shattered like really, really old wooden plates, some really, really old wooden cups that would need to be replaced. There's a table, there's a rickety looking shelf over here. Tables probably down here.
So this is a one-story building.
Yep. Or in the words of White, as you can tell.
I throw the couple of silver that I found at Celestine and say, well, this is really all I found. Table, bar, standard stuff to cook food in one room. Next one's just
That's
like a
enough.
room, storage rooms, kind of, sort of.
Cool.
I did not notice any hidden passageways, traps, safes, vaults.
You said there was a kitchen?
Yeah, second room.
Um, she said there was like utensils and stuff in here. Is there anything like knives or anything worth picking up? Or is it
Uh,
literally just crap?
Give me an investigation. It's pretty much just crap. You do notice as you look at the rickety shelf on the back wall, uh, there seems to be like something wrong with the wall behind it.
Something wrong with the wall behind it?
Yeah, there's just something off.
Hey, Claudette, come in here. Oh, you're already in here. Um, did you notice this with the wall?
No, not until you pointed it out to me.
Let's, and want to help me look around, see if maybe there's a switch or passageway or I don't know. Maybe just break it down. Trying not to say that loud enough that Illiton hears me. I don't want him charging in there breaking shit before we look for switches.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I don't know, Sky. What do you want us to do?
Just um, I don't know. Just move the. Give
I press on
me
the wall.
what's that?
I just press on the wall.
The wall is solid. Um,
Start moving things and looking behind things, looking for switches or levers or.
as you move the uh rickety shelf contraption to the side, you notice a handle that's basically inset in the door.
Don't know how I missed that the first time through. So I take the handle, and can I check for a trap?
Sure. Give me a thieves' tool check.
With guidance.
Which one is that? Or do I
Uh,
just click on Thieves' Tool?
Thieves' Tools, Dexterity. It does not look to be trapped.
I pull on the handle. And if it doesn't pull, then I'll push.
It doesn't pull, it doesn't push, but as you're kind of messing with it, it seems to shift slightly, like it might slide into the wall.
So we'll try that.
Just one sec.
Hey everyone, we found something back here. I'll kind of shout back into the tavern.
Ken comes back and says, "They found something."
How do you look through somebody else's token? Like Shift Z or Control Z or?
Click on it and hit Control L.
Cool. Alright, perfect. If you want to move yourself to the TUK next to the ugly knucklehead.
No, out.
Sorry?
It should be the page called TUK next to the ugly knucklehead.
Gotcha. You can just tell him you switched maps. Because I have... It shows me which map you guys are on.
Which, the players, yeah. Okay, you can switch to the players.
Hey guys, this door opens. Do we want to go and investigate?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stealth myself first. I hope I stealth myself.
As far as you can tell, you're invisible.
Wow. Do I see the arrow or...
The arrow is just motioning that you are going down.
Guys, it looks
There's
like
a
this might have a basement.
decline area.
Illican will fall with his weapons out in case.
Arden is gonna fall.
Is this going down or up?
That one is going down.
What about those of us who are sight impaired, as in no dark vision?
Well, if they have a torch, they can be...
Yeah, I can see on
Right.
mine, so I figured I could see. If not, then I'll light a torch so I can walk through.
Before I round this corner, do I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
And for all of you who just trampled all over me, I hate you.
Well, there's a door there. I'm letting you unlock it because I don't know if that's unlocked or not. I'll let you test the door.
How did
quiet.
Nora just get in
I'm
there?
trying to hear. I'm trying to hear.
How did you just get in there? That should be locked. Am I not doing my dynamic lighting correctly, or?
I don't know about the lighting, but I just walked in. I didn't realize there was a lock. Didn't resist.
Why am I doing something wrong? I'm probably doing something wrong.
I'm looking. Give me a second. If you go to the page settings for the map itself, on the page details section, about halfway down, there's a box that says movement. Dynamic lighting barriers restrict movement.
Got it.
That's got to be on.
Okay, now that it's on, can you move through there nowhere?
Not anymore.
Sweetness. All right.
Y'all just trampled right over me, and I can't walk by y'all to get to the door, so. I've got a giant, and a giant, and an I don't know what.
The better.
Okay.
So your perception, yeah, you didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Goes downhill a little bit more, and you get to a door.
I think I want to know, do I hear water?
No water.
Okay, I'd like to check this door for a trap.
Give me a thief's tool. There is no traps that you can tell.
Okay, I'd like to try to open the door.
Seems locked.
I'd like to try to pick the lock.
Thief's tool again.
Is that dexterity again?
Yep. Not a problem.
Before we go in, I would like to check the room for traps.
Tell us when to go in.
Thief's tool again.
I'd also like to check to make sure that there's no living or dead beings in here.
And that one will be a perception. You are certain that there is no traps in your vicinity. And there does not look like there's... yeah. Your perception, not only is there no undead creatures other than yourself, you can tell that there's been nobody in here for quite some time. The dust is just caking on everything.
I step back out here and I tell them, hey guys, there's like some broken tables and chairs and no sign of a living human being or dead human being in here. Or dead orc or dead anything. And I did not check the other wall for traps. I just checked this immediate area, so if you want, I can check the other areas of the room.
Check the entire place, also for hidden compartments. Hopefully, you find it this time.
I will aid her in checking the room for anything.
Is that perception again?
This one will be investigation at advantage. Or equal. As you circle around the room, there's a lot of broken furniture, a lot of tipped over furniture. As you get to where you are right there, you notice another door.
Is it locked?
It is.
Did I notice any other doors?
No.
Guys, there's another door here.
Can we come in?
Y'all can enter the room. Just be careful over here where this door is.
When Illican comes in, he looks around, and does he see them all turned over and everything? And does it look like somebody was ransacking the place, searching for something?
Yeah. Just kind of looks like uh something that would have happened maybe with a bar fight or something. But again, there's dust all over the place, so whatever took place here was at least a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I'm going to try the door with my thieves' tools to unlock it.
Go for it. You unlock it.
There's another hallway here, guys, and it looks like it's going down again.
Well, you check, and we'll stay here, since that way we're staying out of your way. Just let us know when we come.
There's 2 hallways.
Ooh, like this property of ours.
All right, so right where you're at, there's a grate. I don't think I put anything in there, but there should be a grate.
Okay, so there's something there prohibiting entrance.
Correct.
I think I want to go down the other way.
Is the grate in decent condition? As in, is it going to prevent things from getting in, or does it need to
Yes.
be fixed?
It's in decent condition.
Okay.
And it's
I'd like to check for traps.
investigation. As far as you can tell, there is no traps.
We're going down again. Eventually, we're going to be underwater, guys.
Hey, if we come down to where we can go fishing afterwards, it'd be great.
I think I have come to another door. Is it locked?
It is not locked. It will swing open.
Before I enter, can I check for traps or signs of humanoids?
Investigation for the traps and perception for the humanoids.
While she's doing her
You-
investigation, Illican's picking up the room.
Okay. You do not hear any humanoids. You don't see any humanoids. And as far as you can tell, there aren't any traps.
Is this a door in front of me?
Yep.
Is it locked?
Nope.
Interesting room. Is there a door behind me?
Yep.
Is it locked?
Nope.
So we just got this really massive space.
And as you step in that room, you hear a click.
The
And
one that
then
she
the
just
fizz.
stepped into?
Yep. And then a fizz, and nothing happens.
Click and a fizz and nothing happens. That does sound pretty ominous if you ask me.
Sounds like there was a pressure plate that you stepped on, but either the trap was never armed or
It's been
trap
so
was
long
set so long ago that whatever it was supposed to do didn't go off.
I relay to Arden and Celestine that I think I might have stepped on a unused trap. That
Well, let's check the room, see if there's any reason for it to be trapped.
so I'm going to check the room for the results of traps and other traps.
Excuse me.
You checked
That
your room initially for traps?
She didn't check this room for traps before she went into it. That was
Oh,
why it was triggered.
oh,
She checked like everything else for traps. I was just waiting for her to not check something. Um, give me an investigation check.
I will aid her. Crap.
sorry.
You find a few silver in the corner. Um, find a few silver in another corner. So 6 silver total.
Hill can ask if he can come in the hallway yet.
I holler, yeah, you can come on down.
I think there's another door in here, Claudette. Is that a door?
Yep,
Okay. Is it locked?
it is.
Okay, let me check for traps again.
All right, Thieves' Tool.
Where is everybody so I can find out where they're at?
Keep coming down the hallway.
Okay, because there was the hallway up the very. If I kept going straight, then there's the one I turned on, so I didn't know which way you got.
Just keep coming until you see us.
I can't get through the wall.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Go
Up one.
up one.
Nowhere.
Now you should be able to make it to the
Steve
right.
asked about that hallway that if we would have kept going straight.
That was where the grate was.
Well, he wasn't there to hear all that.
I can't get my icon through the wall.
There you go.
Oh,
What do you want me to do for trap
Thieves' Tool.
dexterity?
Yep.
Billiken's like, we made out like a bed.
Don't go out there, Dad. There's supposed to be a grate there to prevent you from going out there.
Okay, because I didn't hear the great part. So, what was it about the great?
There's a grate.
Oh,
There. So the path where you either keep going forward or you make a left to get to where you are. There was supposed to be a dynamic lighting block there, which Roll20 is going to be putting in windows soon. So I was going to make it a window, and I never put a thingy in there. So yeah, basically it's a grate.
They have one ways now, apparently.
Oh, they do? Okay, I heard that they were going to, but I didn't hear that they did.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I have the ability to do one ways. You may not be able to if you're not on a pro account.
Gotcha.
I just put a partial wall there for now.
Cool.
okay.
Okay, so anyways, back to the Thieves' Tools. It is not trapped. It is, however, locked.
Okay, I'd like to try to open it, please.
Another Thieves' Tools.
If anybody wants to help, say so now or forever hold your peace.
I'm not really sure we can help on these tools, but
There you go. before I go into the room, are there any traps, bodies, anything that would cause us to have to go and roll initiative?
Give me an investigation. Not that you can tell.
What
And
am
the
I?
whole room explodes. Not really, but
Bullshit. Okay. What am I looking at?
a table in a room.
Is there anything special about this table?
Nope. Just a table in a room.
Anything special about the walls?
Nope.
Okay, so I get up on the table, get naked, and start dancing.
Seriously.
Not really, but hell, it was fun.
I wasn't gonna go anywhere with that, but yeah.
Figured now the table would be special.
So we have a big place to, if we want to, have a nightclub, and or everybody has their own private room, pretty much.
Celestine, when you learn how to do portals, those might be some really good rooms for you.
That's gonna take a little while. Besides, my portals tend to be a little more nature-based.
He goes and buys a branch or a small shrub and puts it over in the corner.
Well, we could really create this like a speakeasy.
So that is your new quote unquote tavern.
It's our God. What is it called? Batmobile or Batcave?
You know what? I really think I should have relocked the doors behind us as we were leaving, just so that we would not have anybody being nosy going down through all of our area.
Illican says, "Then go lock them." Oh, he does check the barrels to see if there's any alcohol in them.
Sky, I'd like to lock these two doors, please.
You lock all the doors that you need to lock.
Thank you.
Um,
Easy.
the barrels are all tapped.
Okay.
Like not even the tiniest bit of liquid in them.
There's actually spider webs in them because they're that.
Quite possibly.
Well, I'm glad we came back and looked through this. It's been interesting. But I guess off to good meat.
Let's go.
Works with me.
Alright, I switched pages.
Yep, it's all black for me right now.
If you go to
I turned out the lights.
should be open for you, right? Can everybody see that? Or
The token doesn't have any vision.
well, it shouldn't. That they shouldn't need vision on the token. It's like your map on Margrave. It'd just be open for everything except for the blackness.
Yeah, it's all black.
You need to have dynamic lighting turned off for that, and uncover it with the remove fog of war option manually. Dynamic lighting doesn't work very well on world maps. I've found that out the hard way.
Okay, so start over. Fog of War needs to be on.
Yes,
Dynamic lighting needs to be off.
correct.
We're gonna switch to that for the moment.
At least I can see a map.
Bremen's where we came from, right?
That's where we started, yeah.
You're temporarily on that page for
Oh,
the
okay.
moment while I fix stuff. Okay, so to cut out what I want them to be able to see on the map.
On the toolbar on the left, there should be looks like a little cloud. When you hover over it, there's reveal areas, polygon reveal, hide areas, reset fog. Just go to reveal areas and polygon reveal. And then you can just cut out whatever you want them to see. The doesn't actually disappear until you connect the boxes or connect the corners.
I've got a bio again, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually 3:15. Let's go ahead and take our 15.
All right.
Did you figure it out?
Not really. I was starting to draw a polygon with the polygon tool, and that was just a drawing. Oh, polygon reveal. Gotcha. I see it now. I was doing reveal areas. Yeah, cool.
Do you want that black line there? I can get rid of it for you if you want. Okay, then be that way.
It's just to have something to look at other than maps that have nothing else to deal with anything.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my world map is for, too.
Not sure if I should reveal more or not. Like you'd know most of the area, know most of the area. Illican probably knows most of the area.
You should leave it to the people who don't know the area quite as well. I mean, I personally can see the entire map, so
Yeah,
I can pretend to know the area. I mean, I've already used this map a few times. I'm not sure if you've noticed.
yeah,
Not a problem. Like I said, keep it as we don't know. And if there's something that we do know, you can tell us individually. Hey, this is an area you know. It's more fun that way.
Hi, Papa. Thank you, Papa.
I have returned.
Uh oh.
We're on break.
Your asses should be getting back from break. It has been 16 minutes since we went on break.
Wow, somebody's counting. We're halfway expecting a retort there.
Well, I would tell you that I have to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, but that's my own personal problem. And while you guys are enjoying a 2:30 in the afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon, it's 5:30 in the afternoon for me.
It wouldn't be if you were in Colorado.
Well, find me a job that pays me as good as the cost of living or better, and I might consider moving.
Yeah, unfortunately not in Denver anymore.
I mean, it's bad enough that I know that Ira has to work 2 jobs and his girlfriend works a job just to afford living there.
Pretty much.
Wait, you've got 2 bedrooms, don't you?
I happily live alone.
Ah, not for long. Okay. See you shortly. All right, so a guy has set up a hammock outside today. And it looks more like a cocoon than a hammock.
I'm back.
Bienvenue.
The guy needs his privacy. Come on now.
Oh, I just need my room. I got my 53-inch television. I'll just stay in my room on my TV.
No, I was referring to the guy who was living in the cocoon hammock thing.
Well, then he shouldn't have hung it up in the middle of the complex. Basically, you have the office to the complex on his left, a roadway on his left, a roadway on his right, and then apartments on his right. He's just right there in the middle. I suppose if he wanted his privacy, he would have gone in the back 40.
Well, maybe he has a reason for doing it there, and he still needs his privacy. That's why it's a cocoon. I don't know.
Maybe he's an exhibitionist and he's masturbating in his little cocoon area.
I don't really want to go there.
So, the quicker we start playing the game and I have something else to look at, the happier I'll be.
I have a roughly semicircular patch on my screen, and that's all. It's got a green dot in the middle of it.
That's where the
That is
party is.
exactly what you should have.
But there's a map, right? I mean, it's not like black. There's actual map behind it.
Well, yeah, the semicircular area is not black.
Okay, that's what you should be seeing.
Okay. Doesn't look at all like your screen.
I hear us walking. I hear footsteps.
far as the tags, Sky, you should be able to select them, and then just right click on them and select whatever other layer you want to put them on.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
The problem is that they went to the back.
Yes, that is a problem.
So I had to switch layers again and move the map to the back.
You can do that for Bremen too, since we know where Bremen is. In theory.
True.
So who are we waiting for? Illican, Arden.
Arden's here.
I think everyone's back.
Okay, the guy who's done
All
it
right,
is
there you
now
go.
taking down his canopy.
Okay. All right, so you're heading out of Lonelywood to the east.
Yeah, headed east. I'm assuming south around the lake. And on to eastway towards Goodney.
Who's leading this expedition?
Who knows the area? Because, I mean, I don't even know where we're going.
I'll go ahead and lead.
Give me a perception. After about 2 hours, you 2 hours of walking along what best you can kind of sort of describe as a trail-ish. Uh, you come across a city, or not a city, a town, kind of medium size looking from the outskirts, that you would recognize as Tourmaline. And go around it or go in it, or
Based on what you've described, got a green dot with Lonelywood over it, and it looks like probably says party, and the rest is all black.
He has
yes, that's what you're looking at.
Okay.
That's not what you're looking. That's what you're seeing on the map. What you are seeing in the game is a walled city, walled town that looks about medium sized, that you and Celestine would recognize as Tourmaline. What would you like to do?
Unless anyone has reason, unless anyone has reason to go into town, might as well just go around it for now.
I'll follow your lead. You know this area better than I do.
Okay. I'll go too.
We'll follow you.
We're following the leader, the leader, the leader. We're following the leader wherever she will go.
Then I guess we will go around Tourmaline for now.
All right. As you are heading down, find my time. I hate math.
You know, if you want, we can just role play this until we get to the map you want us to be on.
He's gotta know how long it takes us to get to certain places.
Gotcha.
So after about another 10 hours, and you've seen, let's see here. Right around lunch, the sun is starting to crest down at the spine of the world. It starts to look like morning. And you hear a couple of wolves, and the wolves howling off in the distance. And then the sun crests back down about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, and it's back to being dark. And about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, you're starting to feel the wear, and you get to
I think my nurse is either a stripper or she has kids. Every time she comes by, my room is full of sparkles.
She's moonlighting. Maybe she's got the hots for you.
Don't even go there. When I see her, sex is the last thing I think of.
So you get about there. And it's starting to get late. Oh, I mean, it always looks late, but
You guys want to set up camp for the evening, as it is, or would you like to keep going?
How much further do we have? If it's going to be another 8 to 12 hours before we get there, then I say we go ahead and rest. But keep our eyes out for giants along the way.
you're traveling at a quarter mile per hour.
Wow, really? 9 to 10 hours, probably. Oh wait,
That's
a quarter mile?
Yep.
So, yeah, it's gonna be probably another 14 hours.
Oh, then I say we need to rest for the night. Let our strength for tomorrow.
I agree.
Okay, then I guess we will set up camp for tonight. Let's find a decent place to rest, you know, a cavern or a snowdrift or, you know, something that will at least keep the wind off us.
Me a perception check.
Is anyone willing to help me look for a decent place to camp for the evening?
I'll help you.
You easily find a somewhat suitable snowdrift that you think you can dig out to huddle up in. Give me a survival check to see if you can do that properly. Between the lot of you, you're able to do that.
I'll take the first watch, and I think I can do 4 hours, can't I?
No idea.
See, I can do 4.
I'll take second watch.
Arden can do 4. Everyone else is 2 as far as I know. I don't know about you, Claudette. I'm not familiar with your race.
Yeah, neither am I. Just know I'm not really tired.
Um, no, you still have a normal 8 hours rest period. 6 of it must be sleeping. It was the other one we were looking at, Reborn, which you don't need to sleep on at all. But
Okay. Then I guess I'll take the last watch.
Who's taking first?
I think it was me.
Okay.
I think.
I'll take first watch.
Okay, I'll take second watch then. And that should cover the 8-hour watches.
Yep.
Unless other people want to wake up, and aid in the watches.
So what do I need to roll?
You're on first. Give me a perception check. It is a chilly, dark night. Wind blows drastically, and yeah, about it. Your 4 hours passes, and it is long and cold and boring.
All right. Who's taking second watch?
Celestine.
Okay, I'll go over and wake up Sistine. Sistine?
Celestine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all right. And until it was a quiet night, except that the wind's blowing and it's cold. Surprise, surprise. And I'm gonna go lay down in my gear and go to sleep.
Celestine, give me a perception roll.
Okay. Halfway through my watch, if I'm awake, I will wake up Claudette for company.
Cool.
I wake up and ask her how the watch has been going.
Anything happened before I woke her up? Before?
You see a couple of wolves out in the distance scurry by. Looks like they're hunting something, and other than that, pretty much just lots of loud wind howls, and it's cold.
But they don't appear to be paying attention to us, right?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just tell her it's been a quiet night. Nothing too interesting to pay attention to. I was bored. And you looked anxious last night. Figured maybe if you wanted, we could chat.
Well, I'm just still really. I'm really wondering about who I am and how I got here. There's things that just come up flying out of my mouth, and I don't even know if really it's true or if it's something I imagined, and it really kind of bothers me a little.
I can imagine not remembering your past is not easy.
And then there's times where I actually think I need to bite something and take its blood. And that kind of bothers me as well.
I kind of look at you and squint a little. and say, I can understand that desire, but let's try to keep that for any hostile
Oh, no, I haven't wanted to bite
sentiments.
any of you.
Okay, that I'm glad to hear.
But, mostly it's like when the moose brains were when they like showed off those moose brains, I was actually kind of thinking, "Ooh, that looks tasty."
Well, I mean, they're not too bad.
You've had moose brains before?
Yeah, they're not too bad. They're a little mushy.
Better when they're cooked.
You're asleep.
I guess he's talking in his sleep, huh?
Oh, okay. If he's talking in his sleep, then that's different. But yeah, they sometimes have a little metallic taste, but for the most part, they're not too bad.
To let you know, I feel very protective over all of you. Even that thing that hasn't been with us since back at the town.
Yeah, the that insect thing. But what was it, bestiola?
Yeah, that was his name. Bestiola.
I'm not sure about it yet. Incidentally, Sky, did it come with us?
Y'all haven't seen it since it said that it was gonna go burrow for the night.
Oh, he just left it there.
I'm pretty sure if it wanted to find us, it would.
Yeah, I'm not entirely comfortable with that one with us. You and Illican seem to get along with it better than anyone else, but
That's the other thing. Where did I learn Undercommon?
I don't know. That's not a language I'm familiar with.
And how old do I look to you?
I don't know. How old does she look to me?
Um, probably late 30s.
Early 30s.
Yeah, for some reason I think I'm a little older than that.
Well, you'll figure it out eventually.
I really wish I could. It's been driving me crazy for a little while here. And then I thought at first maybe you were going to try to kill me.
Me? Why would I try to kill you?
I don't know. It's like when you found out that I was an undead identity, it was like you kind of gave me this look like, oh my God, can I trust you anymore?
I think you may be confusing me with Finnegan. I
You know what I am? I'm so sorry. It's just been a long couple of days.
that I understand.
And I had no idea Richie joined us.
Richie?
That was out of character. And if you look at chat, somebody is living through Richie.
I have no idea who Richie is, but
Aaron.
Aaron.
Baron. Crazy.
Okay.
I was crazy once.
I've been doing that since I was a kid.
Ah, okay.
No clue what you guys are talking about, but okay.
Crazy, I was crazy once. Locked me up in a white room with stone floors. I hate stone floors. That made me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. He locked me up in a little white room with stone floors. I hate stone floors. I mean, crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once.
Okay, that's not. I'll kind of look around and stir the fire and start waking people up. Did anything else happen during watch that I should have seen that didn't? Or shouldn't? Whatever.
Did we notice
You know.
anything while we were sitting there chatting?
Bless you.
Thank you. That snuck up on me.
No. It was a calm, windy outside. But calm night as far as you can tell.
So nowhere. You've eaten moose brains before, huh?
What?
You were talking in your sleep last night.
No. I don't talk in my sleep.
Celestine?
Apparently you do.
But I don't.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
Nowhere. Roll me an insight check. You're pretty sure they're telling the truth, even though you're trying to pass it off that you don't.
Now that I'm thinking about it, if I would have known how long this trip was, maybe we should have seen if Nimsy had any horses we could have borrowed.
In my experience, horses just encourage others to, or just seem to attract attention, whether it be from animals wanting to eat them or others wanting to steal from those rich enough to use horses.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we probably could go a little bit faster than a quarter mile an hour.
Maybe.
Probably not much in this deep snow.
Too bad none of us are casters that could cast, like, walk on water.
It's a little above my abilities, unfortunately.
We need to get to scrolls of walking on water. That would be awesome.
A little different between water and teeny tiny little ice crystals.
They're still water.
Ish.
Okay.
That is totally a DM call there. I don't know if I would allow it either.
Is it H2O?
It is
In
frozen
solid
H2O, so
form.
it is a solid and not a liquid.
And the spell does specifically say this spell grants the ability to move across any liquid surface.
You could walk across lava. I mean, it might be hot, might get burns from the heat, but you could walk across the lava.
It even specifically says that. Creatures crossing molten lava can still take damage from the heat.
Okay, so I pack up my bedroll. Make sure I have everything. Check my scimitars. Look over my shoulder, make sure that there's nobody following us. I know, perception, right?
Yes, please.
I will aid her if you'll let me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Y'all both don't see anybody following you. Doesn't help that it's pitch black, but yeah. Yeah, other than the slight sliver of the moon that's up above.
Okay, once everyone is up, I will continue. Um, yeah, I'll go ahead and continue taking us towards Targos. Towards Targos, not necessarily into Targos.
I scoop snow onto the fire, and it sizzles and smokes and bubbles, but it eventually goes out.
And I'm rolling up my gear and packing it up.
All right, Celestine, as you head out, give me another perception roll. No doubt in your mind that you found the trail and what used to be a trail. And you start leading the others down towards the bisecting roadway near Targos. You approach the town. Mounted on either side of the gate entering the city is a sign. No, that's not what I'm supposed to be reading. Just a sec.
I got a bio. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, so after about 7 hours of walking, you start to see a giant wooden wall off to the right, a ways off. After about a quarter mile more, you come up to a T in the road. You can tell if you head to the right, it'll take you into the large town of Targos, or you can go off to the left, which would take you towards Bernshander. Both are equally sized large towns.
Do we have any reason to go into town?
None that I know of.
Okay, then let's go ahead and head towards Brinshander.
Seven hours got you there. Another 5 hours gets you about right there. You would know that it would take about another 2 hours to get to Burnchander.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Um, we walked along. We found basically Y in the road. One side went to Targos, the other side continued on towards Brinchander. We chose not to go into town, and we are heading towards Brinchander. We've been traveling for about 12 hours today, and apparently I think it'll take about another 2 hours to get to Brinchander. Do we want to push on, or just find a place here?
There's beds in Brumshander.
It's a pretty good sized town, there should be.
I could probably go for another 2 hours.
Is everyone good with that?
I'm game.
Let's go.
Okay, let's push on for that 2 hours towards Brinchander. You did say 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Uh,
Let's push on for that 2 hours towards Brinchander.
so as you get closer to Burnchander, um, you get up to it's a very large town, at least in comparison to the ones that you guys have visited thus far. Um, and as you approach the sign, or the signs, the heraldry outside of Brinchander is black antlers above a vertical shaft of golden wheat on a white field, signifying the town's strength and prosperity on the vast snowy tundra.
Pretty cool coat of arms.
Each of the towns has a pretty vivid one here in the 10 towns. Kind of a big deal up here. More so than to the south, from what I understand. Okay. As we approach, I kind of duck down, duck
Switching
back.
maps, by the way.
Okay. I kind of duck back into the party and let some of the more social people take control.
Are we coming from the north or the south?
Great question.
It would be from the north.
Yep, you'll be coming from the north gate.
Yes. Northwest, if that matters. Yeah, okay.
I'll kind of go forward. I don't know if I'm social or not. We'll find out.
More social than me.
As I approach the gates, do I see any guards?
Give me a perception check. Yep, you see a bunch of guards. All a good 10 of them standing on a parapet above the gate.
I'm gonna yell up to him and go, "Excuse me. Weary travelers looking for a bed for the night. Please.
A little late to be traveling.
We've been traveling since... What was the name of that town, guys?
Tourmaline.
Carmeline, and We tried to make it just another 2 hours just so we could have a bed for the night and not have to sleep in another snow bunk.
Business?
We're just kind of traveling through, I believe.
Headed for good mead.
We're heading for Goodmead.
Oh yes, heard the troubles down there that they've been having. All right, you can enter,
Thank you kindly.
and they will. A couple of guys will walk down the stairs and open the gate slightly so that y'all can get in.
So while you're opening the gate, would you mind telling me where the nearest inn is, please?
He will point about 300 feet, maybe, and he'll say, "That right there's the North Look. Probably the best place that you can go right now."
Thank you, I appreciate it.
When we get out of earshot of the guards, if we can, I'll kind of lean towards Nowhere and say, "You're from here, right?"
Well, yes, but uh, actually, I was in a district called Phaedra, and it's a much smaller place than this whole town. But yeah, I've been around it.
Can you think of anything we should be on the lookout for?
Well, I'd hang on to your purse. Uh, there's uh, a whole lot of petty thieves here, and they do a thing called bump and run, which are,
I'm truly familiar with that.
yeah, well, given half a chance, they'll take your purse and be gone. You'll not be able to stop them.
I will make it a point to tuck my purse inside my
Hmm.
cloak under my belt.
Okay, well, that's what I would do. Uh, it's been a long while since I've been here, but uh, mostly you'll find a lot of ruffians and a lot of lowlife. And that's all I ever was exposed to. I'm sure there are upper class people, richer people, but I didn't ever associate with them.
Let's go ahead and get inside this inn so maybe we can warm up, get some food and meat, and get a bed for the night.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
You,
that's a good idea.
yeah.
When we enter, do we see a lot of people, medium people?
You're approaching, um, approaching probably about 9 p.m. Um, there's a few people, say maybe 10, 12 people. It's a pretty big place. So you'd say probably less than an eighth full.
Is there a table for us to sit at that can accommodate all of us?
Oh yeah, a few, more than a few.
I think I'd like one where we could mostly have our backs to the wall.
You can easily find one.
So back in the corner, 4 and 4. Let's go there.
I like that idea.
Sounds good. Never hurts to be cautious. And you lead on, I'll follow.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm sitting there. It's like I'm talking and I hear nobody's talking. So, I wonder what's going on. Let me delete because I'm like, hello. Every few moments, I'm saying hello.
Well, I'm afraid to ask what you last heard.
Let's take a break.
What? You haven't heard anything since we took a break?
An hour ago?
We've been talking since 5:30, baby.
Well, 3:30 for you.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm keep looking at the clock and nobody's talking. Looking at the clock, answering, and I'm like, no, there's issues with this.
Oh, we've traveled all the way from where we were to Bryn Shander and have had numerous conversations along the way.
Okay, well, hopefully it's not important the information.
Backstory for the most part.
Oh yeah. Yeah, somehow I just went and I'm waiting for everybody to get back and then looking at the clock saying, come on, guys. Not knowing that I'm the idiot.
You didn't have any suspicions when the map changed?
I wasn't looking at the map. I was waiting for somebody to start talking.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we are now in a tavern called the North Look. Getting food and drink for the night.
I
Okay.
wonder what they have on the menu here. Or is it take it or leave it?
Can't hurt to ask.
Probably at this hour, it's whatever they have cooked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yeah, as a bar person, restaurant person, whatever, comes by, he'll ask, eating, drinking, what are you doing tonight?
What do you got to eat?
Don't got much. We can put a couple of steaks on the grill. We're just getting ready to shut the grill down.
That works for me. I'll have a steak and a nail.
I'll gladly take one of those.
Yes, I'll take a steak and
I'll take whatever.
ale and some bread if you have it.
I slide into the booth and go, me whatever, too, please, same thing.
He will look over at the tiefling and be like, if you can get a summer around here, I can make you some bread.
Somehow I've heard that before, but I keep wishing.
Oh, we're all wishing.
Okay, it's steak and ale.
Namesake of the town is wheat, and we haven't seen wheat in 2 years.
Can I use Druidcraft to craft up, 3-4 stocks of wheat?
Sure.
Give it to him. I know that's not enough to make bread, but it felt appropriate.
Cool. He will kind of just look at you incredulously and like, all right. Really can't make bread out of this right now, but thank you.
Just kind of shrug and look down at the table.
He will go back into the kitchen, and about 30 minutes later, he'll bring out your steaks and your uh, ales and set down the ale in front of Celestine and be like, yours is on the house.
Oh, well, thank you.
How much is it for
And
the rest of us? Because I might be interested in paying for all of us tonight.
typical fare around here is 3 silver for ale, 6 silver for steaks.
So 3 gold should cover it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can keep the rest of it as a tip.
Thank you, thank you.
Do we hear any chatter?
Not over by where you're at. There's. I mean, you guys kind of picked a area away from everybody else. You wanted to go wander.
Yeah, I'll go wander again.
All right, give me a perception check.
As I get up, I ask Celestine, do I want to press my luck tonight?
With what?
Just say yes or no.
Sure, why not? Crap. That crap was out of character.
Think you just figured out what she was asking?
It probably has right there.
Just a sec. You hear somebody in the corner as you you get close to a table in the corner opposite of where you guys are. You hear a couple talking. Three people are sitting there at the table, and hear one of them saying that in Dugan's Hole, people live in fear of winter wolves that haunt the outskirts of the town. Um, and he says, as big as horses they are, and way smarter than normal wolves around here.
Interesting. When you say that they're way smarter, do they actually communicate?
He looks over at you and... What are you doing over here? Shoo!
I
We're
just
talking here.
I overheard you, and we're some, people, mercenaries, collect our bounties and everything. We're looking for a good fight.
I know nothing about any of that. Just heard some stuff around town.
Ah, because we also ran into a sea monster that speaks too.
You will actually... Insight's wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll look at you and laugh.
Okay. You all have a wonderful evening. I work my way back to the table. And make sure that nobody's bumping into me. Sit down, ask them, okay, so they're over there at that table, way over there. They were talking about giant wolves that are intelligent, more intelligent than not. Of course, I tried to tell them there was a sea monster that was smart, but they didn't believe me.
That Dugan's Hole, you say?
Yeah, Dugan's Hole, that's what they said.
Yeah. Well, if we happen to get over that way, some nice white wolf's coats would certainly be warmer than what we've got. And they'd probably pay us for taking them out.
Yeah, get a bounty on top of it. That'd be nice. So is there like a governor of Dugan's Hole or a commissioner or whatever?
All the towns have speakers.
Is there a speaker in Dugan Hole?
Who are you asking this?
I'm asking this to nowhere.
Nowhere would know of the speaker's name. To be Speaker Edgra Jermut.
Okay, if you say so.
Perhaps after our trip to Goodmead, we can go to Dugan's Hole. If it's anywhere close.
And nowhere in Celestine would both know that Dugan's Hole is the next small town over from Goodmead.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be too far from where we're going.
What was the name of that speaker in Dugan's Hole? I'm sorry, Sky. Can you type it?
Yeah, I need to copy it.
Erase would be nice too.
Lots of things would be nice. I didn't put races on my sheets, my Google sheet. I'll find it for you here shortly.
I'm sorry, not race, heritage. For some reason, asking a race is a taboo thing.
I say it's a race. And if it was
I agree.
if it was a heritage of the person, being human, ethnicity would be totally different. But if they are elf or human, that is race.
I agree, but yeah. Anyway,
It does not tell me, so I'm going to say human. Oh, there it does. Yes. Okay, human.
okay.
So when the bar staff walks by again, we'll ask if there's rooms for rent.
He will say, yes, we have some rooms upstairs.
How much would they be for the night?
Gold per room, we'll call it 6 gold for the night. For all 6 of you.
That's handy. Here's 6 gold for the rooms.
It's only 5
Thank
of
you,
us.
moneybags.
It's only 5 of us.
Oh, there's 6 of you.
Yeah, the other one is, just a body right now, but it's still moving around with us.
Oh no, you missed that. Bestial is not with us because he
Not
never came with
Bastille,
us.
what's his name?
But
Okay.
Finnegan's with you.
Finnegan.
Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, but Bestial is not with us at the moment.
Yeah, you did miss that. When you guys left, you guys just kind of left and didn't look for the bug. So as far as you know, maybe it's still sleeping in the burrow that it made, wherever it was.
I don't know about you guys, but I really don't miss it. That creature is just creepy.
It was actually pretty kind. Just misunderstood.
Oh,
And his inability to speak your language probably just made him intimidating.
Okay, I'm going to retire to my room and work on some leatherworking for a little bit.
I'll have another ale.
We will bring you out another ale. Give me survival on your leatherworking.
Survival, not leatherworking tools.
Or leatherworking tools on your leatherworking. You're not tanning, you're leatherworking.
What stat? What attribute?
What are you trying to do? I'm guessing make something with it.
Yeah, I'm stitching some stuff together.
Probably dexterity. Make sure the needle goes in where it's supposed to. Yeah, success.
Anybody want to play a game of dragon chess before we go to bed?
Sure. I
Um,
never played, but show me how, I'll try. If somebody else knows how, maybe they should play and I'll watch.
I gotta remember how to play. Hold on.
Illican eats his berries and just relaxes. And watches.
One of those berries is enough to feed you for the day, right?
I know he just eats one. That's what he's saying. He's chewing. Yeah, I know, but
Just curious.
he also has the ones that from the other guy, the dead guy.
Okay, just
The real Barry.
There is no telling how to play dragon chess. I think we just play.
I believe it's just chess.
Okay, so I explained the game to nowhere and pull it out and do we roll intelligence for it or wisdom or what? To see who wins.
I'm looking it up. Just one sec.
It was not very forthcoming in the Dungeons Guide.
Yeah, I was just looking it up in there as well. I'm like, what?
Have you ever played Farkle?
I have.
Oh, well, so have I.
I beat my mother by about 3,000 points last night. We do spicy Farkle.
Uh-huh. What's spicy about Farkle?
Well, if you got a red dice, then it doubles the dice amount.
Oh, okay.
So if you have 3 threes and one of them is red, it's 600 points instead of 300.
Huh.
What I don't understand is how 3 ones can be 300, but 3 threes is only 600. No, 3 threes is only 300.
Well, 3 ones is 1,000, isn't it?
No, 3 ones is 300.
Hmm.
3 ones is 300. 3 twos is 200. 3 threes is 300. 3 fours is 400. Now 4 ones is 1,000. Dear Psycho DM, I apologize for making your life interesting today.
Wait, what?
Well, you're having to look up how to play dragon chess.
Oh. Hey, you were reading that from somewhere. I'm like, what? Who said what? Where?
No, I said, Dear Psycho DM, I'm so sorry that I'm making it fun for you.
All right. What I found on D&D Beyond is in chat.
Okay, so these rolls only go to you.
It's there if you want to look at it, Sky. It's under my folder. You don't have to look at it now.
Oh, for Farkle, yeah. She was asking about dragon chess.
I know, they mentioned Farkle, so I brought my handout over.
Cool.
Okay, so are you ready?
Don't forget to set your character sheets to send whispers
Yeah.
to the DM.
Yep. And whisper me what what check you're doing. Well, I guess if you click on the check, it'll show me in a whisper. So
So it's not a saving throw, it's a check, which is over on the other side, right?
it'd either be a skill check of deception, a skill check of insight, or an intelligence check.
With dragon chess, if you're proficient.
And yeah, if you're proficient with it, I think you just click on the dragon chess query and select intelligence.
Where do I find the dragon chess query?
If you're not proficient in it, you don't have it. So it would either be a straight intelligence or a deception or an insight.
Okay, well.
Tie.
I'm sorry, did that mean something?
Yes, tie.
Oh,
I,
we
I,
tied.
I thought you said hi.
Nope.
So roll again, I guess.
Claudette wins. I don't really know I'm supposed to be saying about this, but
From what I understand, they're just supposed to give you 3 rolls, or they're supposed to keep doing contested rolls until one of them wins 3 times.
gotcha. Alright, nowhere another intelligence. Okay.
Well, you don't have to say that it's intelligence.
Yeah, true.
We can see it.
Oh, okay, he can see it.
Or yeah, he can see
He
it.
he can do either of you can do intelligence, deception, or insight. So, another roll from either of you. Another from both of you. Alright, so nowhere wins the dragon chess.
Congratulations, beginner's luck.
Yeah, it definitely had to be beginner's luck. Because I don't really know what I'm doing.
Elkin makes a joke. Now you want to bet for money, right?
Oh, heck no.
No way.
I'm gonna go up to my room and go to sleep, y'all. Good night.
Pause.
Barman, I'll have another ale.
He'll bring you another ale.
When he comes over, I'll give him the gold and say that should keep me current with you.
Thank you, sir.
Arden's going up to his room.
Anybody doing anything else? We going? Just everybody go in bed.
Well, nowhere's drinking. Celestine looks like she's working on her armor.
Uh,
How much more are you drinking, Noah?
I'm going to finish this one and go off to bed. So,
Yeah,
Oh.
dexterity check at disadvantage. If you can make it up those stairs without Celestine's help.
You have no faith in me.
I'm leaving it up to the dice.
Best type of DM.
Wow.
I'll crawl up the stairs.
So as you start up the stairs, you get about 5-6 stairs up. You tumble down, taking 3 points of damage. And seeing this, the bartender kind of rolls his eyes, but doesn't say anything because y'all have been great. So he comes over and helps you up to the room and helps you at least lay on the bed, and then he closes the door and walks back downstairs.
And I mumble, thank you.
Before I go to sleep, I hide all my valuables. Very well.
As well as you think that might suffice.
You know, so that anybody who thinks like I do wouldn't find them. Which takes me about an hour, by the way, because, you know, once I think of one thing, it's like, well, I would think of that. And then I've got to think of another thing. So I've got to, like, play dragon chess in my head, and I just lost a dragon chess. So it's probably going to take me a while to find a good place to hide before I go to sleep. Ultimately, I decide to put it under my mattress so that I'm laying on top of it. Like between the sheet and the mattress, so I'm actually laying on it. You would have to move my body to get to it.
Is
You're
somebody
probably
a bit paranoid?
there are probably people that could do that quite easily, but we will wait till next time to find out.
Sounds like a plan.
Because it is 5 till, and I think this is the perfect place to head it off.
Aww.
Enjoyed it. Thank you. Even
Thank
if I
you very
did miss out because I thought nobody was back. Like, when are they coming back?
Like, why didn't you ask?
Yeah,
Shoot a message.
dude. If
okay.
next time, if we've gone past 15 minutes, if we've gotten to the point where we're like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, like whisper me.
Yeah, I was.
I'm sitting over there. I mean, I'm looking at Discord. I had Discord up, and nobody's talking in Discord. So I'm like, okay, nobody's back. And then I go in. Hey, are we back? And are we back? I just happen to see the whites going on the name for seconds, and I'm like, somebody's talking. Wait a minute.
Darling, at 16 minutes after, I was on to everybody about getting their asses back because we got to start.
Yeah.
But I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Okay. Night, Dad.
It's just
And we'll see some of you on Friday. You all have a good week.
you too.
Good night, all.
Good night.
So you got a level yet, Sky?
Nope, hasn't been 13 months yet.
Really?
Love you, I'm sorry.
In my defense, part of that 13 months, I was in the hospital. Thank you very much.
True. Hasn't been 7 months yet. 2 more quests.
Good night, all.
Night.